everyone, how are you doing? So today I'm going to review the second round of the AGA City League. But before I start reviewing, I just wanted to say thank you for all of you who left very kind comments on my last video. I was so delighted to know that you are still welcoming me back. So thank you. And the AGA City League is about one round a month. So I think I will be making these review videos at least once a month. So I had a second round a couple weeks ago. And then my last computer suddenly died out of nowhere. So this is the first video I'm making with my new computer, and I hope everything goes well. So without further ado, let's look at the game. So I was white, just like the last game, and the color is automatically set by the tournament schedule. And I'm in the second seat in our team. So I'm kind of always playing the second player of the opponent team. Oh, by the way, this round was our Bay Area team against Ottawa team. So let's see, I was white, as I mentioned. And I got this SGF directly from the Pandanet where we play. So the perspective is always from black. Actually, since I play this game online, even if I recorded the game myself, it would still be the same perspective. Interesting. Anyway, so yeah. So I was white, and then black started with this diagonal opening, which is not very common. I guess this player is a little feisty. The games with this opening often becomes quite complicated. And I guess we are both preferring the 4-3 points. Well, I don't have strong preference whether it's start points or 4-3 points. But I do like to attach here when my opponent approaches high like this. So actually when I approach, I think unconsciously I prefer the lower approach. Although I don't have specific reason why I would do it. But anyway, when my opponent approaches high, I tend to attach lower like this. I kind of like this as white. And over here, when your opponent is strong in the side, it's more common to approach like a little further, like either large knight's move or two space. But when I was playing this game, I was feeling like more active. So yeah, so I went close. And black pincered as expected since white approached so close. And then I was playing like really old Joseki here. And more common response here I think is to jump. But then I would probably attach, and I think black thought this distance is a little awkward. So that's probably why black pushed here once more. And then I was wondering if black was planning to kind of push once more, and then black can jump here. I think that was another option that black could consider. But later white can kind of continue like attach here. This connection is not very strong, of course, but this one also has some weak points like this attach. So I think there is good and bad. Anyway, to continue, black harness, and then I blocked. So we are seeing this very early co-fight. Although it's like not very high stake on either side just yet. And black takes, and then And then I thought this was a code thread that black had to respond. So I was very surprised when my opponent didn't. I was totally expecting black to answer here, and then I was going to take. And maybe black could make a code thread like this one. And even though this is like not like life-threatening code thread, it's not like I can finish the code with one move. So let's say I cut here and then black takes. Then I need another code thread, which I don't really have. So that means I don't really have like very strong continuation. So maybe I would still respond and then black can take it. So I was kind of thinking about this kind of variation. But in the actual game, black just connected, and I was very happy to be able to penetrate this black's territory. And black responds because otherwise this is like getting really weak, the black group here. So I think it's important that black responds here. And I was wondering if I should just tenuki the lower side over here, or whether I should connect on top or the bottom. So I think I spent quite a bit of time at this point. Oh, just to remind you, the time limit for this tournament is 1 hour each, and then there's a Canadian BME of like 10 or 15 minutes for 25 moves. I think 15 minutes, yeah, 15 minutes for 25 moves. So I spent quite a bit of time, and then I couldn't decide. At first, my first intuition was to connect here, but then black would certainly cut this one, and I could consider cutting this one, but when black attarries here and captures, it becomes a little awkward to save these 2 stones. I could also give up these 2 stones, but then if I was going to give it up, like there was no point in like cutting this in the first place. So I could just make this exchange and then tenuki maybe. But then if black kinda continues around here, over here on the left side, white can't really make any eyes. So that means this whole group can be kind of tagged. I could maybe use another move to make an eye space. Yeah, I don't think it's like too bad, but I wasn't very happy. So I also thought about connecting here. The reason why I hesitated before connecting here was that at first I thought when black comes out, I thought I needed to connect this side, and then black would come out, and if I save the 2 stones, it's just not the fight that I can do. So that means I will give these 2 stones up and maybe do something like this. So the nice part of saving the 1 stone here, oh, let me turn on the, what is it? Yeah, coordinates. Did it work? Wait. Oh yeah. So it would be nice to get the B6 in Sente. But then, you know, these 2 stones on the G line, these are, you know, not nothing. it's substantial. And then this group still doesn't have an eye. I have to get out. So I wasn't too sure about it. But then I realized that I could first connect on E2 and then block the center. So that's what I ended up doing. So at first it looks like these 3 stones are pretty big, but this is much better than connecting on E4 and then connecting on H3, because after this Atari, black has to do the F2, and then the fact that there's no black stone on G2, it gives me a lot more flexibility when I save these 2 stones. You see, if black blocks over here, then when white goes out, black needs another move here. So that was the main difference between the E2 and then E4. And that's why I chose this variation in the actual game. So I played here, and then if there was a black stone on G2, black would have extended here, and then the only move I can do would be to push through like this. But in this case, if black comes out, I was planning to attach here, and if black comes out, I would cut this one and then come out like this. And this fight I was confident that I can manage. So in the end, black didn't extend, but just connected, and then I was happy to save my stones like this. Oh, oops. Why did it come here suddenly? Okay, so as I was saving my stones on H line, I was very happy that I was building the territory around here very naturally. And even though this white group on the left side is a little weak, but it has some ice space around here, and this E5 is Sente, so I wasn't too concerned about it. I made these exchanges and then jumped here first. The idea was that if I get to push, this is kind of Sente, there is this peep, and then I can block. So if black responds like this, then I can go out easily. So instead of letting me push here on E10, black responds, and then I go out here. And you can see that there is some ice space around here that I'm building. So at this point, I was kind of feeling comfortable, because I thought I have good territory on the lower side, and then I have the upper left corner, and black's territory on the left side and the lower left corner is not too big. So I'm thinking, okay, this is not a bad opening for me. And then I come over here, and I'm also like looking at some weaknesses of the black group around here. And black comes here because my shape over here is getting big. And right now, so you can see that I responded on R4 like this, but I think that was maybe the first major mistake I made. Like in the hindsight, I definitely should have pincered. And at the time, I was thinking like, I think I'm ahead and I want to play a little safe, but that was a bad choice. I definitely should have come around here. And if black comes around here, I could consider giving some fight. But I think even if I let black just take the corner and then like leave somehow, like just having the groups in the side would have been so much better. Because what eventually happened was that when black came here, I needed to come to the upper side. And then when black pincered, I certainly didn't like the situation I was in. Because like this white group over here is not, it's kind of safe, but not 100% alive. So that makes it a little bit uncomfortable for white to have any like wild fight. And I was also concerned that this black group in the center, it would suddenly turn into like a strong shape or territory. So I jumped here, and then we have this Joseki continuation. And I think one thing black could have considered is to just block and then let me take this one and maybe come around here. So I didn't think this was likely at the time when I was playing, because like in one glance, this white's upper side is kind of too good for black to give up. But later when I was thinking back, I thought maybe this was another way black could take. But anyway, black jumped here, and even this one was like not easy for me, but I still preferred this situation for white because I thought I could still exploit some weakness in the center. So first I tried to split the center and the upper side. And of course also I need to secure the white's group on the upper side. And then I push here and then I block. This is a little bit slanted toward the upper side here. And that's another reason why I made this exchange on C11. Because if black tenukis, I was going to kind of push here and then see if I can get something out of here. Anyway, so black responded and then I got to split the center. So at this point, my goal is to kind of threaten black in a way that I can reduce black's right side. And then I thought if I can get a lot of endgame, then maybe I will be ahead. So black comes here and then I attach. And then at this point, I'm like really hoping black would play somewhere around the center so that I can kind of go in and kind of destroy the black's territory. But black plays here, which like really secures black's territory. And now I'm like, I really need to gain something from attacking the center. So first I connect my groups and then I make these exchanges and then I attach. When I attached here, I was thinking, now I have to gain something, otherwise I'm behind because black's territory on the right side is really big. But one thing I should have done before I attach is to exchange this one first and then do this. Because after this exchange, I realized that I needed this. And then I thought, when I played here, I thought maybe black would just come back because my exchange on J6 is bad once black comes here. And then I was counting. If black played here and then I captured it, I think it could have been a close game. Yeah, probably up to the end game. But black made this exchange. I think black was in Byomi and then responded it and then I connected. When I connected here, I thought, yeah, so there's no way black can capture these 3 stones at this point. So let's see, if black connects here, I would cut here and black has to come like this and then I jump, black will connect and then I exchange this and then I guess I can, do I cut this one first? Oh, actually I can't cut this one first. So I do this and then, and this is, so Seki around here. So then the question is, can black connect over here? Oh yeah, so this one is connected now. What if white comes out this one first? Oh yeah, then it's not connected. So this doesn't work. And if black blocks here, then this is cut off. If black attaches here, then white would come out. this one. Oh, this one seems to work. Wait. What if white comes here? Oh yeah, so there's no way black can connect. It seems like with this white's response, black cannot connect. So that means this doesn't work. And any other move, white would just come out and cut. So that doesn't work. So when I connected here, I was thinking, oh, maybe the game is over. Because the black's group is in big trouble. In the actual game, black connected this group first. So I connected the 3 stones also. And then when black tried to connect, I cut these 6 stones off. So when I got to Hane here, I actually thought black might resign at this point. But black didn't resign. He kind of continued with this attach. And then I realized that I had to give up something, because if I try this, the damage still seemed a little big. Yeah. So that's why I chose this Hane, and then black took this one. So when I captured these black 6 stones, I was very confident that I would be ahead by a lot. But turned out I wasn't too much ahead, but just barely enough to win. And it was very lucky that I got to play on R18 plus B14, because these both endgames were pretty big. And then I played on G10, which is not very big, but very, very safe. So with this move, I won this game by 4.5 points. I think I will skip the endgame because there was no drama in the end. It was just a normal endgame, and then I played relatively safe, etc. So in summary, I think the game became kinda... Okay, so I felt good in the opening, but then when I let black extend on R9, I think the game kind of became close again, and then the fight in the center was more or less very complicated. And if black somehow managed to secure the right side while not losing any stones, then black would have definitely be ahead. But luckily I managed to capture a big chunk of the black's group in the center, and that was enough for me to be compensated for the right side. So that was the game, the second round, and the third game will be in the mid-January. So I'll see you again after that game. Hope it was an interesting game, and happy holidays and happy new year. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.